I can't believe you two. I can't believe you two. You keep cutting me off. Oh, I'm so sick of you two. I'm so tired of you two. You two keep playing. You two keep playing with me. That's not cheating. No, he was cheating. He was cheating on her. She found out all about it. The panties in the mail was just the tip of the iceberg. And then he left her for the other woman. The woman that sent the drawers in the mail. He left her for that woman. End up marrying that woman. Horrible situation. But she begged him. She said, please, if you have any 1% love left for me, please don't go. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not going to beg you to be somewhere you don't want to be. And sometimes people don't leave you like that. Normally people don't leave you like that, but I guess because of his religion, he couldn't keep up the charade, so he had to let her go. But most of the time people don't let go. They just cheat on you and lie to your face. They scared to let go. Most men want the woman to break up with them first so that they can, so they can feel, at ease about the situation. So they can go tell their friends and family, well, she got rid of me and stuff like that, and she was crazy and controlling. They want to run with that kind of story. She was crazy and controlling, and she wouldn't let me da da da. And so it's easier for the man prefer you break up with them. They normally don't break up with you. They'll just drag you through hell until you decide you've had enough. You know, that's what men do. Men will drag you through hell, when they want to get rid of you and be mean to you, not care at all. be cold towards you, to get you to make a move and break up. Instead of just being a man and saying, you know what, I'm not happy in this situation and I think we should just part ways. They won't do that. Instead, they rather drag you through hell and cheat on you to get you to leave on your own. That's what I have learned. That's what I have learned. That's what I have learned about relationships. Yep, I am. I have learned that is the way people operate. And they see how far they can drag you. How far and how long are you gonna put up with them being cruel and mean to you? And some people get a joy and a kick out of watching you try to hold on to them, knowing that they don't want you. Some people get a kick out of it. It's like a game. Any preferred men age? I have no idea. I don't know. Not this time. Relationships are so traumatizing. They are so traumatizing and overwhelming. I don't think I can go and get to know another person. I think getting to know another person would be too much for me at this time. At my age, I'm getting old. I don't have the bandwidth or the mental capacity to take on a whole new relationship. I've already given my all. I've already done my all. I can't invest more time into something new. These people I've been with over the years have taken away a lot of my time and my youth. So the only thing I'm glad about, I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look like I've been through a whole bunch of stuff, but you know, I'm glad for that. I'm glad I don't look like I'm going through hell because of these relationships that I had. Welcome back, though. So I'm glad about that. I could be looking like I could be looking like a tornado right now. And sometimes people break you down so much you forget who you are. You forget who you are. And you know what? During this time of trying to get back to myself, that's when I started kicking it up with the YouTube. And if you go back in time to one of my earlier videos, the first video is called the first day of me being a better version of myself. That very first video, that's around the exact time I had stopped talking to this person. And I started pouring my time into, doing those videos. And that was healing in a way. Doing what does the right man look like in your opinion? In my opinion, the right person is I don't know really. I won't know until the person show up. I just know it's not a chaotic person. That's what I do know. I don't know what you want? I'm on my live stream. I don't know. But nobody chaotic. I can't do chaos. But yeah, so those videos I did. Are you scared to be? No, I'm not scared. I'm not picky. I'm just I'm overly cautious at this moment in time. I'm very cautious. Highly cautious. Very high cautious dealing with people. But when you look back on those videos, I was working towards healing myself, and then you could see the light come back in my eyes and my face, because that's when I got approved for my new place and all that kind of stuff. And you could see I went from, and my skin was really bad in the beginning. Starting doing more of these YouTube videos, my skin was just flared up. I think it was just a lot of stress. And then as time went on, it started to ease up and ease up and ease up. And you could see it in those 30 days, because I did YouTube straight for 30 days. And you could see the light come back in my eyes and my face. And I started to look more relaxed, and, getting my self back to me. So when you watch those videos, that's exactly what I was going through. I was going through some craziness, and I slowly started to recover. So it's a reaction from your makeup. No, it's not a reaction from my makeup. It's a reaction from just stress. That first video, I got acne. I got all kind of scarring going on, and now it's not as bad as it used to be, because I do a lot of skincare. So it's nowhere near like it used to be. It's gotten better. No, I don't have no more stress. I take things one day at a time. I'm not stressed out. If anything, sometimes I'm disappointed, but not stressed. I'm not stressed. You know, that's it. Yeah, so those videos are just, when you watch those, that's exactly what was going on at that moment, and you can see the stress in my face. But I did those on purpose, to remind myself, never go back to feeling like that. Never go back to letting somebody make you feel bad. So I keep those videos up as a reminder to myself not to go back to that person, to my go back to being stressed like that. Now my daughter, every day she be talking about she want me to find a rich man. I said, a rich man? I told her I'm old. It ain't no rich man looking for no old woman. Do you have a crush on who? I ain't got no crush on nobody. On your cabbage leaves on your face? What are you talking about? I don't know about that. I ain't never heard of that. But maybe it worked. I don't know. I don't have no crush. If you talking about celebrity, there's no celebrity I like either. Not for no crush. I'm an old person. I ain't got no crush. Yeah, my mama even tried to call me every now and then. She talking about you should watch the football games and go down there to the football. You might get you a football man. I said, them men be beating on women and cheating and lying on them. Who want that? And plus, they too young. Why would I want a young football player? My mama's crazy. I said, how old do you think I am? I'm not young, you know. How old? I am over the age of 50. Sweet soy collard greens. I don't know what that means. Mm-hmm. Was your mom or dad Chinese? Ain't nobody Chinese in my family. What you talking about? I am not young. I'm over 50. Yeah, maybe my mama is telling me something. I am not Chinese. Where do you think I'm Chinese? Where do you see Chinese? I'm not Chinese. What are you talking about? But yeah, my mama and my daughter, they want me to marry a rich man. I said, girl, where this rich man coming from? He coming from out the sky or something? Where he coming from? I don't go nowhere to meet no rich man anyway. I don't go nowhere. How am I gonna meet this rich man and I don't go nowhere? Is he gonna show up at my door? You thought I was from the Philippines? I am not from no Philippines. I'm an old person. I'm not young at all. Who's rich? No, my mama and my daughter want me to be with a rich man. Are you boring? I don't think so. I like to laugh and have fun and stuff, but I'm not really a good planner on things like planning dates and stuff like that. I'm not a planner. Uh, General Soul Chicken. That's my favorite. Yeah, they think I'm going little Asian eyes. I ain't got no little Asian eyes. What are you talking about? Yep, I have a daughter. Mm-hmm. Are you still active? Active in what? Exercise? No, not really, but I'm about to get into it. I'm about to, take up my time with going to the gym apparently. That's the latest thing to do. So I'm gonna do that. Where she come from? Out the slide. What are you talking about? Yeah, I like General Soul Chicken. But I don't eat it, because right nowadays that stuff is very salty. I can't eat a lot of salt. Where she come from? What do you mean where she come from? I don't know what you mean. Where she come from out the slide. What that mean? Yeah, so um I don't know why y'all think I'm young. I'm not. I'm an old person. Not the grown folks channel. Oh, why don't I have a husband? Well, that's a crazy way of saying it. If you have a daughter, these men can't stay married to me. I've already been married twice. It didn't work. They all cheat. Every person I've ever talked to has been a. Wait a second. My mama called. Let me make sure I can. Y'all, can y'all hear me? Oh shoot. My mother called. Can you hear me? What do you mean Chinese men don't cheat? Can y'all hear? Oh, I don't know why my mama called me. Chinese men don't cheat. Yeah, I was married twice. Well, I was very young. You can't hear me? Oh, oh, oh shit. Okay, now you can hear me. Can you hear me? Oh, my face is oily. Great. What happened to your first husband? He cheated with the lady at his job. None of the men I've ever talked to have ever been faithful. They've all cheated. No matter how good of a person I have been in a relationship, they've all cheated. So, should have get a nice Chinese man. I ain't never met an Asian man, as far as a relationship. Where I'm gonna meet Asian men. Yeah, they all cheated. It's just a way of life. I've learned that I've been getting the short end of the stick. None of the, you know how these girls have relationships on TikTok and stuff. I watch all those videos. The man planning dates and the man doing this and the man, doing all this nice stuff and caring about you and planning stuff and proposals and all that kind of stuff. And I ain't never experienced none of this stuff. Barely. I can count on my hand how many actual dates I've been on and gifts I've received. I've received maybe 6 gifts in my entire life from a man. About 6. 6 gifts. I can count on my hand how many gifts I have been given. No. About 7. I'm going to say 7 gifts in my entire life. If it ain't nice, it ain't nice. But why do men cheat? Because of opportunity. Because they get, you know, I don't know. I'm going to just say it's strictly opportunity. It came up. She wanted to have sex with him, and he took it. Anytime a woman shows interest in a man, they take it. No questions asked. No, I didn't know none of them. The only thing I knew about the first husband that cheated is that the girl worked at the deli counter at the grocery store. And I knew something was wrong because of the way she packaged my meat. The way she packaged my meat was just unusual. And then I started putting two and two together and found out that he been sleeping with the girl at the deli counter. And he also had sex with a woman at work. But he said that he got, SA'd. I don't believe it. He got SA'd in the bathroom at work. My daddy even asked him, how the hell how the hell that happened at work? And then a few months later, I was done. What's the first thing men touch on you? Nothing. Not extra sausage. He gave something. I don't know who he's with. I doubt it. I doubt he's with the deli girl. He found him a church woman last time I heard. Found him a good old church woman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all cheat. So I don't know what to tell y'all. Every man I talk to has cheated. They've done some type of cheating, texting other women, the whole, all that crazy stuff, and trying to make you feel like you crazy and, feel like something wrong with you, that kind of energy. Okay, I'm not going to say all. I'm going to say the ones I mess with, they've all cheated. So, I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay now. I don't put my heart into any type of situation. I'm not putting my heart into it. You know what I mean? Even if I talk to somebody casually, I'm not investing that much into it. Because I can't take these people seriously anymore. I can't take them seriously because even when I try to show affection or something like that, it always gets knocked down, like it's not reciprocated. And so since people don't want to reciprocate, I guess we just stay, we just stay like this. Your flops must think bad. What the hell's a flop? It ain't me. It ain't me. It's just we gotta think about it. There's a lot of women. There's a lot of women out there, and there's a lot of women who want what you have. Sometimes there's a lot of women who love a challenge, and they love to uh, talk to men that they know is involved with somebody, and they love to compete, and they'll try to get on that man, any way possible. Once the woman knows a man married, here come all the competition, challenging him. And if you don't look like they think you should look to be with him, they really try to get him. Oh, well, she too ugly to be with him. I don't what he see in her, and so they try to get him off his get him off balance by trying to challenge him, and stuff like that. There's a real women out there that do that all the time because they don't feel like you deserve that man. He shouldn't be with her. I'm going to take him. I mean, if he likes her, I know he'll fall in love with me. Because look at me and look at her. That type of energy. You got a lot of women walking around like that all day long. And, you know, they'll sweet talk him at work, bring him snacks and shit, you know, that kind of energy. Oh, I made your favorite. Didn't you? Did you say your favorite? Didn't you say your favorite was butter cookies? I made you a whole thing of butter cookies, and I made you a steak and potato because I know your wife doesn't have time to cook for you. And they'll throw jabs at the wife. I know she, cause you don't never have no lunch, and you always running to McDonald's on your lunch. You know, I hate to see you running to McDonald's on your lunch, so I made you some steak and potato. And before you know it, he swept up. He swept up like dirt on the floor, and the vacuum cleaner came through to clean house. He gone. He started thinking about, yeah, my wife don't cook that often, and once you start tasting a woman's food, another woman's food, that's like sucking up poison. And you're already tainted once you do that. So it's almost game over. Yeah, once you taste another woman's food, you gone. You lost already. You might as well file divorce. Especially a woman you sort of attracted to, and she bringing you lunch, it's over. Yeah, life ain't got a chance after that. You might hang around the wife for a little while because financially it'll mess you up if you leave her, but you gonna cheat. You gonna cheat because somebody brought you some food. That's why women get upset when other women try to feed they men, because they already know the deal. Once another woman feed your man that look like something, it's over. It's over. It's like the whole relationship go out the window and out the door. Because it's hard to have self-control when that's the main thing men ask women on all the time. Do you know how to cook? Do you know how to cook? And food wins men over all the time. So they get hypnotized, in a trance over some food. And then she looked nice on top of that. It's over. It's over before it even began. So that's why women freak out and get upset when you eat other women's food, because they already know the game. They already know what's going to happen. Now moving on to the next woman. Right, there you go. Wouldn't like it at all. Now, men get upset when women go out to lunch with their male co-workers and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't want that to happen to you, you shouldn't be doing that to the person you with. But it happens all the time. All the time. Especially the men that work in warehouse, truck drivers. I know men complain and say nurses and all that, travel nurses cheat and all that kind of stuff. But the most cheating, besides the nurses and all that, is in them warehouses. Them warehouses, if you got a husband in a warehouse, he already been with Susie, he been with Terica, he been with Tasha, he been with Betty, Louisa. He been with all of them in a span of a year. Yeah. I wouldn't trust no husband working at a warehouse. I don't care what he tell you. As soon as he starts telling you, I got to work a few minutes over, hour, you already cheating. Oh, I got to go to work early. He cheating. He cheating automatically. I wouldn't believe nothing that come out of his mouth. So, the men in the warehouse, they always cheating. Lying and cheating. And it's the nature. It's like its own, the warehouse environment is like its own island. What goes on in the warehouse, stay in the warehouse. You know what I mean? If you flirting with Susie over there on her break, ain't nobody gonna tell on you. Ain't nobody gonna tell your wife. You know, you gonna be talking to your friend, hey man, I think Susie like you. Oh man, you think Susie like me? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. She been talking about you. You do. Oh yeah, man. You better get on that. You better get on that before I get on that. And before you know it, you on Susie back, hunched over in the break room by the soda machine. Nothing nice. And then she done fed you too. Then you gotta go home and act like you hungry. I fixed you something to eat. How come you don't want it? Oh, I'm not hungry right now. I'll probably eat it later. As soon as a man tell you he gonna eat it later, he been eating some other woman food. Oh yeah, I'm not hungry right now. What you mean you not hungry? What you mean? Yeah. You been talking to somebody else. There you go. Work wife, work husband. That's in the referral. That's where all that work wife, work husband energy come from. Because people do stuff at work and you wouldn't even know about it. I worked at an office with all men, and we had a few women work there, and the married men, there was this one girl. She would wear these tight bodycon dresses. She go to the gym. She was shaped like a Coca-Cola bottle. And she would come through, and them men were all turned. Oh, they would all turn their head. Oh, something nasty up. Oh man, the way they looked at her. And then one day she had nerve to come in one of them bodycon dresses, and she had a thong on. And I seen it, and I said, "Oh no, she didn't come in there with that damn thong on." And before the men could get their tongues back in their mouth, the vice president seen her with that damn bodycon with the thong on. She said, come here. Come here. She had her come into her office, and before I knew it, she had went down in the back steps, gone. Told her go home and change. Try again, girl. Try again. She had that dress on. That was too much. That thick body in that dress with a thong, almost see-through. It was too much. Them men was losing their mind. You thought the devil had came up in that office. I said, oh my God. I know she ain't come in here with that dress on. And then a couple of men in the office was cheating on their wife. One of them had 5 kids. Had all their pictures on his desk. Oh, that's my little one right there. Oh, she's as smart as a whip. All of that, acting like they a family man and cheating all day with the women at work. I've seen it with my own eyes. Flirting, taking these women to lunch and all that kind of stuff. The office is just as bad as the warehouse, especially if you got some nice looking women in there. You know what I mean? That's why men like to go to the office more than stay at home and work remote, because they like to see what's popping, see them skirts and dresses walking across the room, talking to their friend. Hey Ted, you see Melissa today? Oh yeah, I seen her today. Boy, yeah, that skirt is real short today. Oh yeah. I'm gonna talk to her today. Oh, you gonna say something? Yeah, I'm gonna say something to her today. That skirt so short. You know what I mean? They do that all the time, all day long. They love it. They love all the office action. Not be ashamed of. I used to watch them all the time years ago. I used to watch them all the time. They used to just fall over each other trying to look at so and so and so and so. And when a new girl come in with the pretty eyes and the long hair, oh, oh, they treat her like royalty. You don't have to do that today. I'll do it for you. They'll even do your work for you. If you look good enough, them men used to do the work of the pretty girls. Oh, don't worry about that. I'll take care of it. That's not even your job. Why you doing her? Why you doing her work? You know what I mean? Some nasty. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you right now, it be nasty in the office. Nasty in the office, the warehouse. My sister said they be at the post office when she was working there. They sleeping with each other in the parking lot. So you don't know what your other person is doing. And I know some people think, oh, my person would never do that to me. They would never do that to me. They would never do that to me. Opportunity and time is all that's needed. Opportunity and time. They ain't got to love the person or nothing like that. It's all about getting in that action. You know what I mean? Especially if your wife, your girlfriend is not having sex with you that often, it's already an easy decision. Oh, you want to make it happen on lunch? Oh yeah, I'm in. They'll do it. They'll do it because ain't nothing going on at home. You know what I mean? It's not right, but that's what they do. It's not right. There it goes, just a conquest. It's not right, but they do it. Easy access. Oh, she didn't mean nothing to me. When they say she didn't mean nothing to them, they really mean that. She did not mean nothing to them. It's just a hole. She didn't mean nothing to me at all. Because men are not emotional and they are not connected to you just because they had sex with you. They could care less. They forget about you next day. And that's the truth. And that's why it's so easy for them to do it at work. They don't care. The only time they care is when it's time to get caught for doing the bad thing. When it's time to get caught for doing the bad thing, that's when they care. Oh my God, I can't believe. It was just a moment of lust. I didn't mean to do it. When they about to lose everything, that's when they start, caring. Other than that, they could care less. So don't put it past anybody not to do it, because people do it all the time. But cheat and lie in your face. And I've seen it with my own two eyes. And I've seen my daddy cheat before. My daddy had me and my sister over a woman's house. We sitting on the couch. We eating Twizzlers, having a good time, eating candy and stuff. Sitting on this woman's couch. And my daddy said, you girls sit right here. All right, we sit right there, eat the candy, we having a good time. Time passed a few minutes, and then he's like, okay, girls, it's time to go. And then the girl came closer to us, and she said, oh, y'all so cute. And then the girl said something to my sister. I forgot what she said, but my sister said, ain't you the same lady from yesterday? See, my daddy took us around another woman that he was messing with the other day. And my sister said, ain't you the same lady from yesterday? My daddy said, oh, we got to go now. He said, time to go, girls. He said, time to go. I said, oh my God. Don't bring your kids around the people you cheating with. Bad mistake. That was so funny. I said, "Oh my God, he never took us nowhere else with him like that." It's like, you gonna be cheating. Don't take us with you. He didn't have enough candy to keep us quiet. See, if he would have told us the script, you girls be quiet, don't say nothing about the woman from yesterday. You go a whole bunch of candy. We wouldn't have said nothing. He only gave us enough. He didn't give us enough candy to last. So that probably was the problem. But yeah. Yeah, my daddy was a cheater. He was a cheater too. She was just spilling the beans. She was cute too. My sister had them long eyelashes, that silky, pretty hair, and the two little pigtails, and her little chunky legs, and just looked cute. But she was cute, and she was toxic, apparently. I sat there because I knew the deal, but I didn't think to run the script by her, but I knew what was going on. But she just blurted out, "Aren't you the same lady from yesterday?" Ooh, that was funny. That was too funny. I said, "Well, he won't bring us back." And he didn't. You don't do that kind of stuff around your children. You don't take them to them, whatever you're doing, your hoeing at. Do your hoeing activities on your own by yourself. But yeah, I know a cheater when I see one. I know how they move. I know how they act. I know how they manipulate. They play mind games, try to make you feel like you crazy, so like something wrong with you, and the whole time they doing exactly what you are accusing them of. That's why it makes no it make at this day and age, it's a waste of time to accuse these people of cheating. You might as well not even accuse them. The only thing you can do at this moment, when you feel like or you find evidence or proof that they cheating, go be with somebody else. That's it. That's the only answer. Just slowly pull away, withdraw your energy from them, and go be with somebody else. Okay? That's it. Because they don't respect you enough to just leave the relationship and go on and do what they want to do. They don't give you that kind of respect. They don't deserve that kind of respect from you either. So all you got to do is just pull away slowly and go be with somebody else. That's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You can't waste your time upset, crying over somebody that wants somebody else, because that woman don't know what you've been through, and that other man don't know what you've been through. You know what I mean? These people that they go and run to and cheat with, they don't know. Hey, Genesis, how you doing? The person that they go run to and cheat don't know what you've been through with this person. They just getting the highlight reel. They just getting a good time in, here and there. They don't know the toxic craziness this person has put you through. So, sometimes when they go cheat, it's a sign from God. It's a relief. It's a relief, and now you can move on and move freely and invest and care about yourself. That's your sign from Jesus. When somebody cheat on you, that's your sign from God that something better is coming your way, and God put that in your way to move that person out your way. You know what I mean? God put that situation there to open your eyes and make you move accordingly. It's a blessing. It's not a curse. It's not it's not something to hurt you. It may hurt it may hurt at first, but once you realize that your life is going to be better, you're going to have something so much better. It's easy once you realize that. My baby just came up with the co-worker. And tell you to come back. Come back to what? Hell? Ain't nobody coming back to hell. No, because then they just keep that cycle going over and over and over and over and over again. And they still gonna cheat. They'll never be right. Once they cheat, they gonna still cheat over and over again. And that's why you have to choose yourself and go talk to other people. I'm a firm believer. I've seen some videos lately of some women. I haven't seen no men do it, but I've seen some videos of women lately. They found out he cheated at 2 p.m. By 8 p.m., these women were already on new dates. Lately, that's what women been doing. I don't know about if men been doing the same when they get cheated on, but women have been crying at 2 p.m. and on a new date at 8. Okay? These women been showing it on TikTok. They got a new date at 8 o'clock. On to the next. On to the next. And I guess that's just the way it got to be. You have to be selfish like they be selfish. If that person is selfish and mean and nasty and do these horrible things, you have to get in that same energy. And that's just the bottom line. Yeah, women cheat too. Give her the same energy. This information goes for everybody. Everybody can get it. Everybody can. You can leave your partner and go on to the next. I'm not crying over no man. I'm not saying I haven't done it. I'm saying that going forward, I'm not going to do that. I will move on. I wish some of this wisdom I had when I was younger, to just not care and just move on. And when I was younger, I cared too much about the situation. Oh my God, he cheated. My heart was. What? Look how small I got. I'm on camera. You can't see me. Oh yeah, girl. I have, I have, I have gained a lot of wisdom over the years, and I wish I would have had this when I was younger. I looked like I was gonna cry. It was a stressful situation, and talking about it gives me some type of relief. But yeah, talking about that situation gave me some type of relief. But I know how to move differently. Now I know how to handle those kind of situations now. Mm-hmm. You been 5 years single? I went 12 years one time. I went 12 years no dating, no communicating with hardly anybody except that man I was talking to over in Egypt. Just to burn time. But I stayed 12 years to myself. I didn't meet nobody in person. I didn't go on no dates. I didn't do anything at all. 12 years just to myself. I know that sounds crazy, but I did it. And I think I was just burnt out. Trying to trust somebody new again was just overwhelming for me. And I just stayed to myself because I felt safer, to myself. I gained my strength back, But unfortunately, when I come back to the dating pool, I end up meeting 3 people that were just horrible. And so I probably should have just stayed to myself more. I should have gave myself even more time. Even more time. I should have gave myself even more and more time. I don't know why I was so quick to try to get out here and get out here again, start talking to people. I should have just, stayed to myself even more. Because during that time, I learned to do graphic design. I went to college. I passed the IT exam, got my certification, my IT certification. Um, I spent a lot of time drawing online and not drawing, but creating online and stuff like that, and playing around on virtual worlds and stuff. And that took kind of my time. And, you know, being with my kids, giving them a full parent experience, you know, I was so focused on them. And hello, Frederick, how you doing? And so those 12 years were valuable because I invested all of my energy back into my kids, my craft, my education, and I just took my time, and I was patient and gentle with myself, and I didn't force myself to try to be in no crazy relationship or nothing like that. You know, I mean, I communicated with people online and stuff like that, but I didn't take nothing offline. I didn't meet people or nothing. I was, doing my own thing. If I could go back in time, I wish I would have just, I could have been so much more. I could have been way, so much more had I not tried to have relationships. Because in high school, I didn't date nobody. I was kind of like, I was not somebody that boys looked at as somebody they wanted to date. I wore these big old glasses and stuff like that, and so ain't wasn't no boys trying to look at me to date or nothing like that or to talk to even. And so once I got out here and became older and started dressing differently and wearing makeup, people started to look at me differently, and that's when I started getting some attention out here. And then once I started getting that attention, it was like, oh, somebody do like me. And then you know how it goes. Once you one person start liking you, and then you start falling into that, you know, and thinking it's something, and then it turns out another heartbreak, then another heartbreak, then another heartbreak. It just keep going on and on. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you don't have those experiences in high school and you come out here as an adult trying to, date people. You quickly get swept up in these relationships because you never had them before. You've never had these things before. You get swept up, and before you know it, you don't know how to handle some of these situations, and you end up staying a little too long than what you should, and you're not seeing all the signs that this person don't even like you like that. And so I spent a lot of time with people like that who did not like me at all. But it was a learning curve, a learning thing. And as I got older, I became more wise about dating and stuff like that. And so before I knew it, things got better once I got divorced and I started staying to myself, and then I didn't talk to nobody for a very long time. But I wish I would have just cared more about my education myself, and I could have been something totally different had I not, wanted a relationship so badly. I don't know why I wanted a relationship. I should have thought way more of myself instead of, getting into these crazy situations. I should have thought about that. I could be rich. I could have been a scientist. I could have been all kinds of things. Wasting time, burning time with these crazy ass people. I could have been anything. So if anything, I'm disappointed that I wasted so much time. Thank you, Remember. Women are so emotional. What do you mean we so emotional? You know what? We designed to be emotional because you do need emotion in some situations. But when it comes to relationships, I blame Disney on the idea that there's some magical prince out there for you, and then you fall into these horrible relationships thinking that, oh, he chose me like he chose the princess in the movie. Oh, he chose me. And then before you know it, you're in a damn psychotic thriller. Okay, you in a movie called Psycho. You know what I mean? You go from Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella to Psycho. You know, so I blame that on Disney. You know, telling us that these men are princes and all this, and he gonna sweep you off your feet and show you the magical kingdom and all this lies, just straight up lies. You know, I didn't think men could be so mean. I did not think that. And I didn't think that they could manipulate you like this, you know, and gaslight you like this. I did not think that. I went into every situation totally blinded. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you believe you dated the wrong man due to loneliness? No, I I dated the wrong people. I wouldn't say loneliness. I dated the wrong people because I don't know, I just wasn't aware or my idea was, you know, somebody wants to talk to me, I don't see no problem. I'll give them a chance. It wasn't really loneliness because I have no problem being by myself. I was by myself for 12 years. I could care less about talking to another person. So it's not loneliness. It was just an experience. I'm like, oh, okay, here comes another experience in my life. I even talked to a man who showed me his paycheck within a week of me knowing him. Yeah, this is my check. And he was nice looking, tall, nice looking man. But he was living with some other woman or something. And when I found out, I said, oh, you living with some woman or something. He was so upset when I stopped talking to him. He had brought me groceries and everything. He was so upset when I stopped talking to him. That man found me on the street. I was driving down the street and I pulled up at the light, and by chance, this man was in the next lane. He rolled down that window. But he had seen a superstar. And I don't know how he found out where I had moved to. But when I came down to my car one day, I had all these notes, these little post-it notes on my car window, all kind of phone numbers. His mama phone number, auntie phone number. He gave me everybody phone number in the damn white pages. All kind of phone numbers to contact him. I did not contact him. Not all men are mean. Okay, not all men are mean, but a lot of them, the men I have met have been mean. Nobody nice. Nobody barely nice. Kind of in between. I have met some very mean people. The kind of meanness I'm talking about is, pulling your emotions away. That's evil. Playing this mental game of one day I want to show you I care, and the next day I pull it away from you. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff, that kind of mental game playing that some people do. There are a lot of people that sit around there and do that. They play that game with you. Pulling away emotions and all that kind of stuff. So when I say mean, I mean that type of mean. I mean not caring about you, that kind of mean. You over here trying to be invested into it, and this person is not showing any effort or being invested into you. You know. And once a person show you that they don't care about your feelings, they don't care about you necessarily, it is what it is. Men don't know how to be emotional. That is not true. Men are emotional all the time. And I think you guys connect emotion with crying all the time. Y'all think women cry, so that's emotion. Fine, that's emotion. But y'all are emotional. Y'all get upset when y'all team lose, and that's anger. That's an emotion. When you kill everybody in the house because you lost your job, that's emotion. When you go up and slap a woman in the face, that's emotion. These are all emotions. When you get enraged and upset, this is emotion. That's an emotional response. There's no getting around that. I don't care what y'all say. Women are emotional by nature because we birth babies. You know what I mean? We birth babies. We have to use instinct, and we have to have some kind of emotion towards that baby to care enough to take care of it. And crying comes along with that because we go through a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain women go through every single day, just physically. And then you have somebody on top of that don't care about you. That's an additional response. So there's that. So men can say they're not emotional all they want to. They can play in your face and gaslight all the women and say, oh, we not emotional. Women are only ones that are emotional. That's not true. You are emotional. Y'all get upset. That's why when y'all go to baseball games and your team lose, you ready to jump over the wall to beat everybody up. Somebody step on your shoe, you ready to act a fool. That's emotion. You can say it's not all day long, but that's emotion. I'm sorry that some of y'all can't acknowledge that. But that's emotional. When you on the toilet and you constipated and it won't come out and you start straining, that's emotion too. Y'all be crying on that toilet. Don't tell me. Okay? Don't tell me you not emotional. If y'all wasn't emotional, women would be more safe out here in this world. Y'all don't like rejection. A woman reject you, phone number. Hey, woo woo, how you doing? When a woman reject you and won't give you her phone number, y'all act a fool. And it may be not you personally that does these things. I'm not saying all men do. I'm just saying Don't tell me y'all not emotional. It ain't true. You are. A lot of you are. But anyway, I guess I better go to bed and get up early. I got work to do. I got work to do. I have spent a lot of time here talking, yapping, and talking with y'all. You know, we've had some healthy discussions and talks about relationships, and I hope it helps somebody out there.